Hello, fish friends. Today we're going to talk about a recap for the DIY CO2. And in order to be successful with this, we need to understand where we are failing. So we need to discuss these things because I've seen people and they are just not getting the the output that would be ideal for them. First of all, I see, and this is number one, I see people trying to do the DIY CO2 by making their own caps. There are a lot of videos in the internet out there in YouTube that say that you can drill out the bottle caps and just glue gun a fitting up there and you could use that. No, you cannot do that. There is no way that is going to work because that is going to leak. These things get under extreme pressure and a DIY cap is not going to do it. Caps are very cheap and can easily be acquired. This cap, for example, is only 70 pesos or a little over $1. It's the most common one that you can find. It's everywhere on the internet. This one is your typical BBS cap. Usually you use this to hatch out BBS, but I found I can use it like this. I do not need two of these dual gang caps for the main reactor itself. So that's why for the yeast portion where the reaction will take place, I use the BBS cap. That's the one. That's very cheap also, 20 pesos or maybe a little under 50 US cents. So it's very cheap. You can buy this by 20 pieces and have this particular one is a more fancier cap because it's really well built. It's built like a tank and it exits to the side. It's a little more expensive, around 260 pesos or maybe under 5 US dollars. Another point of failure that I see people doing repeatedly is because they are using the wrong ratios. They are adding gulaman or gelatin and sugar, but they are making the gelatin mixture so stiff that the sugar cannot eat through the gelatin and this causes the reaction to stop. So the gelatin needs to be jiggly, a very soft kind of jello. So when you tap it on the side, it's hard enough, but it jiggles like so that the yeast can eat through it. Third, another problem that I see people doing that are causing this to fail is that they are trying to use the wrong diffuser. You cannot use a diffuser that is intended or designed for high pressure CO2 for this application. For example, the use of a bazooka type CO2 diffuser because that thing is designed to expel really small bubbles. I'm not saying that you cannot get small bubbles with this, but you are better off using the cheaper Chinese ones that are available also. The ones that I'm using are a little over 250 pesos or around $5. They work great for this. That makes it even more affordable for us because we do not need to buy the fancy ones. And lastly, the biggest hurdle that I see with people when trying to do this yeast and sugar mixture is because they simply lack patience. When you are trying to start this thing, it's going to take hours before it starts. You need to build up. Some people want it to react right away, so they go with a lot of yeast for the priming mixture. And well, you can get the reaction right away, but that will only good for me maybe 2 weeks. If you have patience and you wait 8 to 12 hours and this thing starts, it's going to run for at least 6 weeks minimum. And I'm saying that to be conservative. Mine runs a lot more than that. But at 6 weeks, even if it runs just 6 weeks, it will all be worth it because the citric acid and the baking soda thing, the best that I can do with that, no matter how I tried, and I've been using that for a while. I used that for over a year and a half. I can only get, no matter how I try, at its best 10 days. And it's very infuriating to have to reset it every other 10 days. And for this thing to last 6 weeks minimum, 6 weeks is already a very big advantage on this system. Well, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It would really help me grow my channel and continue to make more videos like this.